So today I'm out with Eric out at a castle or ancient fortification called Nonnenfels. I've been out here before and you might remember it. I was up there and it's one of the first locations I started videotaping, and it's also one of the first locations where I ever got a disembodied voice. So you can hear that. It was a hello, but you can hear it on the previous video. I'll play it for you. What the hell was that? Now, today we're back and we're gonna videotape and we're gonna test out a theory I have. We've brought the Ouija board with us. So Eric and I are walking up to Nonnenfels now. And as you'll see here, we're just off the main route into Bad Dürkheim. And so you'll hear the traffic from the street below. But already, right here in the forest, you come to these ancient steps that lead up to the castle. We'll go right up there. So, for those who've watched the previous video, you may already know some of the things I'm going to tell you. So I'll just hit on the basics. This castle is from the 9th century, and what's left of it is pretty much these boulders, the man-made wall holding up this boulder, and then you have these over here. And it was in here where I captured the disembodied voice that said hello. It was as I walked through here. Hello? Is anybody here? Is anybody here with us? So it's actually kind of hard to know what's graffiti and what's original. So as you can see, they built a fire pit in here. Locals, I suppose. Now, I was told that they were having some kind of, there was a group up here, they were having a fire going, and they saw the Lady of White, and they all ran away because she scared them so bad, and they let the fire keep going, and apparently a fire was raging out here. It doesn't look, I could see that's all black in there, so maybe that is where the fire was. So yeah, they said they saw the Lady in White out here and they all ran away, everybody that was here, and they left the fire burning. That's how frightened they were. What I also didn't notice last time that I was here, but I noticed it on the video, there's actually steps, ancient steps that are built into the stone or carved into the stone. That's just beautiful. Now the theory is that this dates back as to the 9th century, and that it was an outpost for Hardenberg. However, I think Hardenberg came later. So maybe it was later used as an outpost, because you can see Hardenberg from here. So maybe it was used later as an outpost. Our goal today is to try to connect, and that's what we're going to do. And I remember there's been a table set up here. So look at this. No telling how many centuries that's been like that. It has stood the test of time. Okay, so we're gonna go up to this. The castle came all the way over here. Of course, it's hard to believe that when you see stones like this, that this once was a castle. But yeah, The parts of the castle, the walls, the timber, all of that is gone. So this is all you have left. Eric's over there taking photos. Okay, and we are going to set up here to test out the Ouija board, see what we can do. I'm using 2 cameras today. I'm using my Panasonic camcorder and a new GoPro. Okay, so we are trying the Ouija board again. We are in a kind of a vortex, a triangle between Hardenberg Castle right over there where I got 5 very clear EVPs. Right over this way, we have the 500 BC sacrificial altar from the Celts. And right behind us, we have Drachenfels, which was where Fafnir was slayed. And right where we are right now, between all of that, is Nonnenfels. Once was a castle in the 9th century. And that's not to mention, just over the way there, less than 2 kilometers from here, is Limburg Abbey, which also holds the grave of the once Queen Consort of Germany. And that also was in the 11th century. She was buried there, and her grave is still there. We plan on going there after we leave here. Today, we're going to test out the Ouija board here at Nonnenfels and see if we're able to communicate and see if this vortex brings any kind of messages that we can. Man, I tell you, last time we used the Ouija board, I thought I saw something in Rotenburg of Betauba, and I just, right inside there, I just could have sworn I saw somebody standing there. There's nobody there. I was just going to grab the camera and go right over there. I thought there was actually a person there. There's nobody there. It's kind of freaky. This is also the location where I got that disembodied voice. The first time I was ever videotaping anywhere was here, and I got a disembodied voice over there. I'll show that to you in just a moment, the location, which I had previously filmed, but I'll show it again. What the hell was that? Okay, yeah. Ready to try?
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Okay, so from what I understand, to warm it up, we just have to move it in a circle and say hello. Okay. So hello, we have good intentions. We just want to see if there's anyone here that would like to communicate with us, and if you'd like to say hello or deliver a message. Is there anything you'd like to say? R? U? O? T? P? F? U? C? I have to be honest, we do not know what you're saying. Maybe you're speaking a language that we don't speak. I? C? U. Oh my God! Did it just say what I think it said?
It said I see you.
Yes. Oh, I just got chills all over my body. Was that you I just saw over there by the old castle entrance? It just said yes. I see you. Wow. Oh my goodness. Can you tell us your name? Okay, it went on to nothing now. Did you just leave? Wow, this is just moving and moving. H E O. Okay. I don't think I like what that just spelled. X. Hex.
Hex.
Yes, and it, oh my God, that just slid fast over to yes. No.
Hmm.
O. K.
Hmm.
No. We do not want any hex on anyone. A. Okay, for a moment, let's say goodbye. Goodbye. Dude, that was like... Oh my goodness. So, I'm not entirely sure of the messages that we've gotten exactly just now. What's cool is we also use the GoPro, so you'll be able to see that the hone in right on our fingers that Eric and I were barely touching this. And it, like I've said before in other videos, there's a certain firmness to it. Man, I've got chills all over me. It is just like wild. And that was... Between us, that's actually really scary, you know? Because it says it sees us twice. It says, because remember before we started, or right, but I thought I saw something over there, and then I asked it if that's what I saw. Mm-hmm. Now, another thing I read about these Ouija boards is that sometimes they'll lie to you, or you don't know if you can trust what they're saying anything. Now, what we can do, I'm still recording, what we can do is I can go online and maybe type in those letters and see what they mean. I don't know. Did you just hear that? What is that? I'm thinking that's a bird, but... Okay, weird. So, I got chills all over, so I had to review the footage as well to see if we got any voices, because this camera is really good at picking up EVPs. But there's a firmness to the planchette that is hard to explain unless you've actually used one. And just placing 2 fingers on it is not enough to give it that feel. It's like somebody's actually grabbing it like this and moving it. And you'll see there was a point where it moved really fast across the board. And it was very specific. And neither one of us could do that, because when 2 people are doing it, there's a, I don't know, there's a friction there that one person or the other cannot push real fast one way or the other. But when it's almost like it's being held from underneath and it's being pulled, and our fingers just go with wherever that's taking us. Do you get that, Eric, when that it has that firmness to it, like there's actually somebody holding it? How does it feel to you?
Because we just had our fingers on there really light, you know, nothing holding it down, but something was pulling it or pushing it.
How does that make you feel?
Weird.
Yeah, it's really strange, isn't it? Because this is like only the third, maybe the fourth time that we've even tried this.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, today was the most in the messages that we've ever gotten. It does worry me a little bit that we got the word hex. And then it said, and then it went from yes to no, which makes me think that it was asking us if it wanted it to if we wanted it to hex somebody or something or whatever. I'm not quite sure. Maybe somebody watching this video who has experience with these things knows what it was trying to communicate to us. Now, when I was over in the Hardenberg, which is right behind us over there, that I had several EVPs and one underneath my voice when I was at that stairs that went into the ground that led nowhere, that they haven't excavated or they chose not to excavate. I don't know. But anyways, when I was right there under my own voice, there's a "you leave," and it's the room, and it's the room, and it's just a weird vibe here, isn't it? Especially after we used that. So, like I said, I had the GoPro pointing directly on it. Hopefully it'll give you a good visual of how this is moving underneath our fingers. It's very difficult for one of us to control it that way. I'm a little flabbergasted because I don't know what the original letters were. It could have been in another language. But once I said that we didn't understand the language, it started, I guess, using English. It said, "I see you."
Right.
You know, it didn't go I-S-E-E, it went I-C-U, the letters.
Right.
And it did that twice, and then I asked if it was over there. I'm repeating myself, I know, because I'm trying to process this. This was really, really strange. And the chills I have right now are just phenomenal. I can't even explain the layers of chills going up and down my back right now, as if something else is here. I don't know if I'm freaking myself out or what. I tell you what, I have not had chills. You can go ahead and put that away. Let's go ahead and put this away. I have not had chills like this in ever. This is the first time that I've had chills running up and down my back, and I can't stop them. It's like, oh my goodness. I hope we haven't gone too far or done anything wrong, and I don't think so. I really think I didn't feel anything bad per se, but I am a little concerned about the word that it said, the last word it said, and I want to find out what that was. So I have to watch back the video and see exactly what it was and go from there. So that's it. That's all we're going to do for today here at Nonnenfels. So one more view of the Hardenberg before we leave. We are not going to the Hardenberg today because it is closed and we cannot get inside. That is the location where I've received the most clear EVPs in my experiences so far. It's just amazing. Okay, we are going to head out and we're going to head to Limburg Abbey. Okay, so thank you for having us. Thank you for talking with us. We are now going to leave.